April 2020. Pyongyang holds its breath under an eerie silence. A man who dominates every headline and every public event in his country has suddenly vanished from public view. No triumphant news clippings, no photographs in the state newspaper, no appearances before adoring crowds. Days pass with no signs of Kim Jong-un, and the cloud of mystery descends over the secretive nation. The word begins to whisper, "Where is Kim?" So in North Korea, the leader does not just appears, he performs. Every moment, every photograph, every visit, everything is a script. And when the stars goes missing, the whole system shutters. Mid-April 2020, North Korea's most sacred day arrives, 15th of April, the Day of the Sun. It's the day that celebrates Kim Il-sung, the regime's godfather. Every year, Kim Jong-un shows up. Always. Until now. No red carpet, no mausoleum visits, no smiling autocrat on the front page. Instead, vacuum. His last verified appearance was 4 days earlier at Politburo meeting. After that, nothing. In a dictatorship built-in routine, even a slight deviation is a signal. But this was not slight. It was a rupture. State media, usually loud with praise, went mute. No images, no appearances, no explanations. A country that broadcasts his every move suddenly went dark. And in that silence, the world started asking the one question Pyongyang never wants to hear. Where is Kim Jong-un? With no answers from North Korea, chaos filled the gap. As Kim vanished, the world held its breath. South Korean officials urged calm. No tanks rolling, no blackouts, no signs of collapse. But is no news really good news in a place built on fear? But if nothing is happening, why everybody acts like something is happening? Some claimed Kim was simply hiding from the pandemic. But if that's true, why vanish without a word? Why miss events he never missed before? Then came the cryptic message from Donald Trump. When asked about Kim's condition, he smiled and said, "I have a very good idea, but I cannot tell you." Trump knew something, and we might ask the question why he did not say anything. Well, I think he just did not want it to run his mouth. Was it really illness or something else? A betrayal? A failed coup? Or a disappearance planned from the inside? Even China seemed rattled. A secret medical team was allegedly sent to Pyongyang. No press conferences, just quiet footsteps into the shadows. And all the while, North Korean media played dumb. Kim sends greetings, Kim thanks workers. But no new photos, no new footage, just words. With Pyongyang silent, the world turned to scraps anything that could offer a glimpse behind the curtain. Satellite images became the new intelligence. In late April, one detail stood out. Kim Jong-un's personal train, 250 meters long, unmistakable, was spotted parked at his coastal retreat in Wonsan. That train only moves for one person. Was he there, alive, and hiding? The South Korean sources claimed he was staying outside of Pyongyang, but outside or removed, recuperating or regrouping. That train is huge, massive and symbolic, and also static. Just imagine Air Force One parked for 1 week. What does that tell you? It wasn't proof of life, but it wasn't a funeral either, just a ghost train, parked in silence. Meanwhile, North Korean media continued to publish orders under his name. Kim thanked workers again. Kim praised the project, but there were no photos, no videos, no appearances, only words. And in North Korea, words are often camouflage. He had missed the April 15th celebration. He had skipped the missile test. He was absent from military drills, events he never ignored. If he was well, why vanish from his own regime? And that's the question I always get back to. If If you are in control, why disappear from your theater of control? Something was off, and in a country built on illusion, every small inconsistency felt like a scream in the dark. But with no confirmation, the world was left chasing shadows, searching for truth in a hall of mirrors. In a regime where bloodline is destiny, Kim Yo-jong is not just a sibling, she's more than that. She's like an insurance policy. And when all the spotlight shifted, she was there without blinking. So as Kim faded into silence, all eyes turned to the one person who could inherit the throne. His sister, Kim Yo-jong. In North Korea, blood is power, and her runs pure. For years, she stood in his shadow, quiet, poised, always a few steps behind. But that changed in March 2020, just weeks before the disappearance. Yo-jong issued her first public statement, a fierce condemnation of South Korea. It wasn't just rhetoric, it was positioning. Now, with the supreme leader missing, she emerged from the background. Analysts whispered, is she already in charge? Defectors speculated, is this the beginning of a new dynasty ruled by a woman? Inside the regime, the line of succession is sealed tight, but outside, one name kept resurfacing, and when Kim finally reappeared, there she was, standing at his side, not as an assistant, but as a warning. She wasn't stepping up, she was already in place. Authoritarian silence does not prevent chaos, it breeds it, and when there's no information, speculation becomes survival. First came a leak by Daily NK, a Seoul-based outlet with sources inside the north, claimed Kim had undergone a heart surgery. Then CNN amplified it, grave danger, two words that detonated across global media. Was he in coma? Brain dead? Overthrown? Killed by the pandemic? Injured in a missile test? Nothing was confirmed. But in a country sealed by censorship, no news was worse than bad news. The last time he vanished back in 2014, he reappeared with a cane. This time, there was no limp, just a total absence. Speculation became the new currency. Analysts, defectors, journalists all filled the vacuum. And for 20 days, the most powerful man in one of the world's most dangerous regimes became a ghost. Not dead, not alive, just missing. Then, 1st of May, Kim returns. State TV shows him grinding at the ribbon-cutting ceremony for a fertilizer factory. Fireworks, applause, a crowd of workers shouting praise. His sister stands at his side. He walks, he waves, then message is clear, he's fine. Stop asking. But the damage is done. There's no mention of his absence. No talk of surgery, no COVID explanation, just silence. Again, it's a tactic, not a glitch. Disappear, watch, re-emerge on your own terms. And while the world obsesses over your whereabouts, you find out who's loyal when you're not watching. Some believe he was recovering, others think it was a bait to expose traitors. Either way, the regime said nothing, and that silence was the answer. Kim Yo-jong's presence wasn't identical, it was a signal. She's not waiting in the wings, she's already in the frame. Kim came back and the regime's mask slipped. But the real question is not where was he. To be honest, I do not really care where was Kim. It's not my business. But the real question for me is, what did we see while no one was looking? And though Kim came back smiling, the world saw behind the curtain, if only for a second. And what they saw was not weakness, it was strategy. And what they didn't see still haunts the silence.